Hi folks, this is just a quick video on a detail of The Shining that I hadn't covered in my previous videos about the film. Now this wasn't my discovery. A few people have mentioned this to me by email over the years, and at first I wasn't sure I could see it. Basically we have this scene of Danny riding around near room 237. He first passes room 237 on his right, then doubles back on himself, at which point he stops and sees room 237 on his left. He tries to open the door, but it's locked. We get a creepy flash frame of the twins, then Danny gets back on the tricycle and rides off. Now people have told me that the door opposite room 237 opens behind Danny between shots, and they pointed to this bit of carpet pattern as evidence. But being that the wood of the doors is very dark, it's hard to tell, so I never really took the idea seriously. However, a few months ago I was compiling a lot of my scattered research on the film for a new DVD set, so I decided to have another look at this shot. I used a HD copy of the film and played with the brightness and contrast to try and bring out the detail. Those of you who've seen my Something in the River of Blood video might remember me doing the same thing there to make this object that falls out of the elevator stand out even more than it already did. And no, I'm sorry, but the CGI rendering by David Ridlin, which tries to make out that it's just reflections, doesn't work at all. The liquid in his CGI rendering is programmed to be as thick as treacle and thus unrealistically reflective. This guy claims to be an expert in CGI rendering of liquids, so either he's not very good at it or he deliberately made his water as thick as treacle so as to create the reflections that he wanted to see. Okay, so with the door opposite room 237 we turn up the brightness and contrast and we can see very clearly that the door is open even though it was closed when Danny passed it on his left. And it looks like there's a coat hanging up in there and maybe a pair of shoes on the floor. So as if it's not creepy enough that this door opens between shots behind Danny as he's trying to get into the locked room 237, it's even creepier that there are clothes positioned like a watching person. Aside from the Torrance apartment, the hotel is supposed to be unoccupied. The sly opening of this door also leaves us with the creepy possibility that later on someone might have opened it again and snuck up behind Danny as he was entering room 237. So for those of you who still take illusionary comfort in thinking there's nothing at all subliminal going on in The Shining, remember the rotten old hag could be around any corner and she wants to play. She wants her kiss and she wants tongues. Boo! For more creepy revelations about The Shining and other classic horror movies, visit collativelearning.com. Mr. Halloran, what is in collativelearning.com?
Nothing. But you ain't got no business going in there anyway. So stay out. You understand? Stay out.